Hey guys, my name's Jordan and welcome back to my gaming channel named It's Gaming Productions, which is rather ironic for a gaming channel. But anyway, as we can see on screen, there is something rather odd here. It appears to be a spaceship, and that is because... Sorry, I just had to clear my throat there. I'm a bit ill at the moment, so if I seem a bit mumbly or anything like that, I apologise, but unfortunately I can't help it due to my illness and incapability of being a human at the moment. But anyway, this game is called Star Conflict, and you can find it on Steam if you just go to... Well, you can just search for it on Steam, actually, can't you? You just go Star Conflict in the search box at the top on Steam. You can also download it from their website. I don't know the exact address. If I remember, I'll put it in an annotation on the video right now. But if I don't remember, it's probably just Google Star Citizen and it'll probably come up. But anyway, this is a MMO online dogfighting spaceship game thing, and basically you fly around in various ships of different sorts, like spaceships obviously, and you have to destroy other people who are in other spaceships. So casual, get a Java pop-up there, just so you know. You have to install Java every single day for some reason, no idea why. But anyway, so as you can see, there is quite a fair amount of players on a team, and there's lots of different game modes. This one is basically, if you imagine, a bit like Domination from Call of Duty, in which you have to just try and hold as many of the flag points as possible, and you capture these by just flying around them until you've captured them for your team, and then you get kills, and when you get kills, the people are out of the game for around 20 seconds, so by doing that, you obviously increase your chances of being able to take the enemy bases from them, I suppose is the easiest way to put it. But this game really does look quite beautiful. I mean, some of the textures are a bit debatable as to the quality of them, but other than that, they really, really do look beautiful. And look at that, gets away with first blood because I'm insane. Sorry about that again, I just coughed straight in your ears. I feel really sorry for your ears. Send them my sorrowful apologies. There we go. There's sort of a cross between apologies and sorry. But anyway, yeah, and there's various other game modes which you can do. There is things such as, I think it's called Commander or something like that, but basically you have to try and protect your commander, because you only respawn as long as your commander is alive. So it's your job to sort of protect him from being killed by the enemy while still trying to seek out the enemy commander and killing him. And then it's sort of like a last man standing the last man standing scenario is probably one of the best ways to put it. Of course, if you're chosen as the commander, you really do want to stay quite far back away from the main battle. There is multiple maps for this. This is probably my favourite one. I'm not sure of the name of it, but I really enjoy this one. I've probably only played about 5 or 6 games, but I'm actually really loving this game already. It seems really well balanced, really fair, and really intuitive to play as well. It's not one of these ones with awkward control schemes where you're sort of hammering random letters such as P to do things and such like that. And it wasn't too difficult for me to learn, and I know my voice went squeaky there, by the way, no need to put it in the comments, but anyway, it really isn't too difficult to learn to start off with. I mean, there were a few things I wasn't sure about, there were a few things which they probably could improve in the tutorials, because the tutorials basically you play versus bots on a little 2v2 mission on this game type, but it does explain the controls pretty well and tells you how to do it, but it doesn't really have that much instructions on how to sort of equip things in the hangar, sort of equip weapons, upgrade your ships and buy your ships and such. And as you can see, here's me flying close to a point, so therefore I captured it for my team, which is obviously a really good thing to be doing for your team if you're capturing the points, because you're going to win the game. But yeah, so in this game it does require I would say not a considerable amount of skill, but to be able to be competitive at it, but it does require a small amount of skill to actually be able to play, because there is bullet travel time, maximum ranges, and things such as abilities which you can use to buff your shields and such things like that. Because what actually happens is you actually see me when I lock on to people, you use the middle mouse button to lock on, it actually sort of predicts where they're going to be going, and then by predicting it puts a little crosshair for you to aim at, so then you can sort of know where the bullet time is going to be, so you know where to aim to destroy them, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So it sort of takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, but not all of it, because there are going to be times when people are going to be going around corners and such. You most commonly get 2 weapons on your spaceships. I think that is what you get with every single spaceship except from frigates, but frigates are like huge ships with many millions of weapons. So you get like a main gun, which is almost like like a machine gun, I suppose is the best way to say it. It's like it's a fully automatic gun which you can fire and fire and fire and fire, and it overheats occasionally. When it overheats, you just have to wait for it to cool down. It doesn't have any sort of maximum ammo capacity or anything like that. But then for each ship you have a maximum of around 4 or 5 lock-on rockets which you can use. And these lock-on rockets, so when you've locked onto a target, you can start shooting at it, and then you can like launch off a lock-on rocket. And what this will do is it will basically track them. It is possible to break the lock by like flying behind a wall or something like that, and it will crash into the wall, so they're not like as soon as you get a lock on you're dead, but it does sort of help to destroy enemies if you use them, which is a brilliant feature obviously. In terms of being like a freemium game, the model I believe works really well. You can buy everything using the in-game cash, but then you can also buy like, it's called black market cash, which you can use to buy like XP boosts and things such as that, and buy things a bit quicker. You can also get things such as premium ammo, which is a little bit more damage, but I haven't found myself being killed by people using premium ammo that much, so I wouldn't really say it's that much of an issue. And the damage difference is something really tiny. It's like 10% increase in damage you gain by using premium ammo, so it's not like it's the most overpowered thing in the world. And like especially at the low levels, a new spaceship costs you about 70,000 of the in-game currency, and with me in an average game I'll probably earn between 27 and 40,000 of this in-game. I can't remember the name of it unfortunately, but anyway, I earn about that much every game, so it really isn't too difficult to like level up and unlock things. You do have to pay to rearm your ships, but that's a small cost of like 40 or so per rocket and things like that, and you do also have to pay to repair your ship and rearm it. I think I've already talked about rearming it, but anyway, you understood what I was on about, didn't you guys? So yeah, visually I think I've already touched on this, but visually the game does look very nice, but it does run incredibly well. It's like I get around 300 frames per second on my computer, and although my computer is fast, it's not the greatest in the world, and that is on maximum settings with anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering on like their max settings, and I'm still getting around 250 to 300 frames per second. It's just crazy how easy it is to run, yet how nice it looks. So even if you have like integrated graphics, I reckon you'd be able to run this pretty easily. I mean, if I'm getting like 300 frames per second on a mid-range graphics card from last year, I think you would be getting at least 30 on definitely about 30 on low settings, maybe even on medium settings. You would be getting 30 frames per second on integrated, like even low-end integrated graphics and things like that. So I would really actually recommend that you guys get this game, because it's free to try, so you're not going to lose anything by getting it to try, and you are most likely going to be able to run it on your laptops. And if you can't run it on your laptop, it's no loss really, because you haven't put any money into it, so you can just delete it and find another game, hopefully from my Free Game Friday series. That would make me greatly appreciated. Okay, Jordan, you make no sense. Anyway, sorry about that, I was just deviating once again. So yeah, I don't really know if there's much to talk about other than really just recommendation to this game. Me giving my biggest recommendations for you guys to get this game, because it's visually stunning, it runs really well, it seems really well balanced, it's not pay to win. I mean, what more can you ask for a free game? There is I've noticed in the menus that the developers are leaving a lot of scope for sort of enhancing the game and adding new features. There's things such as like new implants under development. Implants are things which are like single use only sort of items which you can use to enhance your abilities, which come at a cost obviously, but they are obviously developing new ones, and which means they're probably going to be developing new ships and everything like that. It's probably going to be something a bit like World of Tanks, where it's just going to be like every patch you're going to get like a new class of ship or a new type of gun or something like that. The one like sort of minor thing I have against this game, although with most free games it's also the case, so I suppose it's not really something I can complain about, is the fact that you do have to make an account with their website to actually sign up and play. You can link it to your Steam account, which makes it a lot easier for logging in, because you can literally just log straight in with your Steam account, and then but you do have to create an account first to start off, and then it links to your Steam account, and then you can just log in through Steam, which is it's a lot easier than having to put in your password and email every time. But anyway, guys, I just want to thank you for watching this episode of Free Game Friday. I would really recommend you get this game. It's called Star... What's it called again? Star Conflict. There we go. I have it written on the screen. So yeah, please subscribe, rate, comment, do all that awesome good stuff. And I've got an amazing gameplay. In my opinion, I mean, 10 kills in a game is pretty good, if you ask me, although I'm probably a little bit biased towards myself. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye.